Hello and welcome to the Sporting Journey. Hope everybody's doing well. How are we doing, Lee?
Yeah, good.
Good man, good man. Look, a story's broke out about a couple of hours ago, and I just wanted to touch on it if you don't mind, Lee. And it's about Man United and failing to sign their number one target, Liam Delap. Now, I've watched some Man United YouTube channels and I've seen what they said in comments. They're playing it down a bit by saying, "Oh, I never wanted Delap anyway. It means that we can go for Osherman and stuff like that, right?" Is because he's basically I'll share this story actually, Lee. So so this is what's been said. Chelsea have beaten Manchester United to the £30 million signing of Liam Delap, with sources telling ESPN that the Conference League winners are close to finalising a deal for the Ipswich Town forward. Delap had also been the subject of interest from Newcastle United and Everton. Not forgetting about not. So we're going to Man United in a minute, right? But the prospect of playing alongside former Manchester City teammate Cole Palmer at Stamford Bridge is in the Champions League next season swung his decision in Chelsea's favour, despite long-term interest from United. Now, United thought that they had this wrapped up. Like they thought that this deal were all wrapped up. Now, the days, I mean, I've been around. I was born in 1980, so I've been around the block a bit. I'm 40 odd years, 40. What am I? 45-year old. Yeah, 45-year old. That's what I am. I'm 45-year-old, Lee, right? And I can't remember the day that Manchester United ever missed out on a 22-year old first choice player. Ever at Man United. I can't remember the days they've missed out on players like this because back, growing up when it was Fergie and stuff like that, they were guaranteed to get the young players. You know what I mean? They were guaranteed to get any. If they had the number one target in mind, you knew like Manchester United were getting that number one target. So what does that say about Manchester United, Lee? How low has that club fallen?
Well,
You've got a young manager in Amarim there, right? Who I believe is going to, that eventually it's all this, when people saying that he talks well and stuff, it's going to fall on deaf ears soon because what he does is he blames everyone else but himself. Yeah. He had took one answer blame for this season for Man United's, capitulation. They were in a lot better position when Eric Ten Hag left them in a table. So it's not like Amaran's only had 10 games. It's been there since November. I think Man United fans are going to come to work out very quickly that this manager is never ever going to carry the can. He's never going to carry any blame. He's always blaming players. You know what I mean? And so it's just amazing, Nolly, how far they've fallen. Honest to God, it's. Do you know something? After Fergie left, I knew that they were going to struggle a bit. Because a bit like when Arsene Wenger left Arsenal, they were going to struggle a bit. I didn't think they were going to struggle this much, though.
No.
They've had some decent managers, like Louis van Gaal, David Moyes back in the day. Now, David Moyes, when they signed him from Everton, remember, he had Everton challenging for Europe, did David Moyes. Yeah. He was Fergie's pick to carry the torch, as they say. But then they brought in Louis van Gaal, didn't work. Ranieric didn't work. A winner in Jose Mourinho didn't work. Mm-hmm. Now they've gone for this up and coming hipster in Almiron, and today it's not working. No. It is not working, is it at all? No. And it was funny at the time, seeing Man United struggle, but now it's sad. It's just sad because, like them or loathe them, right? You want Manchester United to be firing in all cylinders. You want to be able to beat Manchester United. you don't want to be beating Man United now because everyone's beating Man United. Whereas if you got a shock result against Man United, it felt great.
Yeah.
But now it's teams beat Man United home and away, and it's sad.
Yeah.
It's sad to see, like it really is. Now, if I believe that they thought that they had Delap signed, sealed, and delivered. I do, I really do. And I don't think it's just to do with Champions League, missing out on Champions League qualifications and stuff like that. I don't believe that because he's going from Ipswich to a club, right? He wouldn't have been so bothered about Champions League at 22-year-old. He knows that he would have had time if it didn't work out at Man United to, because he wanted champions. If people are saying that if Man United had qualified for Champions League, it would have been holding his shirt up.
Yeah.
I don't believe that's true. I don't believe that's true at all. I believe that Man United are an attractive proposition for players to go sign for them anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I really, that's what I believe. And if you're a Man United fan and if you take your Man United hat off, you'd be thinking to yourself, we're just not in any position to sign up and coming talent anymore. They're on about getting Osherman now. I don't even think they'll get Osherman. Mm-hmm. I don't. I think the Man United have fallen that far down league. They're going to have to do it in stages and baby steps and get players in as they climb the table, get better and better players in. Whereas at the moment they can't just go straight for crown jewels anymore. They can't because they're not going to come. They're going to have to shop smart. They're going to have to have a long-term plan. This is going to be long-term. It ain't going to be a short-term fix. It really isn't. And it's a worry if you're a Man United fan. I'm telling you, honestly, it's a worry if you're a Man United owner. If you're a Man United manager, because I bet you a pound that even Almiron thought that we're going to get Delap. Honestly, that's what I believe. That's what I think anyway.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah.
Do you think that we all thought that we were going to get the number one target?
Yeah.
Man, of very few words, aren't you today, Lee? Very few words.
Yeah.
So let's know in the comment section down below. Are you happy that you haven't got him, or is it a really big concern to you, Man United fans out there, that you haven't got your number one target? And where do you go from here? Because I think you've got to cut your cloth. At the levels you are, you can't automatically assume that you're going to set best players in the world anymore. Your them days are well and truly gone, and it's sad to see. It is. It's sad to see a big club like Manchester United struggling as much as what they are now.
Yeah.
Have you got else you want to say on this subject, Lee?
No.
Well, look, guys, thank you very much for watching Sporting Journey. Hope you've enjoyed this little video. Much appreciated, Lee, for joining me. I know Man United didn't get your most favourite subject to talk about, but I appreciate you joining me, Lee, as always. So get your comments in down below, guys. If you've enjoyed the video, give it a like. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and help us grow as best we can. And other than that, mate, have a great evening, and we'll speak to you all very soon. Take care. Look after yourselves. It's a goodbye from me.
And from me.
Take care, everybody. See you all soon. Bye-bye.